Thank you. One more bucket list thing checked out, meeting you guys. It's been 20 years. One of my favorite movies, Independence Day. The sequel's coming out. It's now going to come out on Blu-ray. So how much has the story evolved in your head in the past 20 years?
Well, it started when I was like kind of shooting 2012 and realized how much technology had changed and how much, you can do these days with computers. And it's when we the first time talked about it, and just the thought, to can bring something back to screen. And that was like kind of some sort of like kind of the first trigger. And then it was really, really hard to come up with the right story. We like went through years and years of different scripts. And then at the very end, it was like a very simple idea, it's make it a strength that it's 20 years ago. The world has changed and there's a new generation. And that was like, for me, really cool because, I turned 60. And that was like kind of for me then, okay, it's like I can tell something about, what I have lived through the last 20 years.
So how's your working relation evolved over all this time? Do you just think of it and he's on it, or could you describe it?
I wish. It's not as simple as that. No, it evolves with also different technology. With back in the day, we literally didn't have previs, where we pre-visualized the movie. We had to come up with a lot of things on the fly. We used storyboards, of course, and yes, over time, when Roland gives me a description about something, I think I have a better understanding. Based on several movies that we did together. At the same time, the challenge is a higher one because everything gets more complicated and complex that needs to be created in pretty much the same amount of time.
So we're also celebrating the release of the original film on 4K, which I got a chance to check out this presentation. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because it looks like I'm watching the movie again for the first time.
Yeah, and it's like kind of actually what people forget, at that time we had not a digital color timing, so everything was done like with little cards in a company which like kind of made the prints. So now it's like we could go back, color correct it again in a DI, we call it. And and on top of it, like kind of then, like film it out on 4K, which is like awesome.
It is very, very awesome. Now, for the new film, what are you guys most excited about checking out on the Blu-ray? If you want the audience to check it out on the Blu-ray when they pop it in, what do you think is going to blow people away the most?
Well, it's interesting. I kind of sometimes say, for me, like it's sometimes a little bit, it's so sharp, it's so good, it's sometimes too good. You see sometimes, and then you like see all the mistakes. So what we did, during the transfer, we like kind of took this into account, and like our DP said like, I fussed that a little bit, I fussed that a little bit. So it's just like kind of the same viewing experience than on a big screen, because when you see it like compressed that big and really, really sharp, you see every little mistake, and to get all these little mistakes out is a lot of work.
I don't see mistakes.
Yeah, well, there were, but then you like have to take them out.
Now, I'm almost sure, I'm a geek. I'm almost 100% sure you guys have been asking the last 20 years, when's the next Independence Day movie coming out? So I'm going to ask you, when's the next Independence Day movie?
I have no idea.
It's always a bad question to ask right after one just came out.
That's the way nerds are.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, well, I have actually a meeting next week about it, so.
A meeting next week?
Yeah, but it's like, it's a meeting.
So first I'm going to check out the Blu-ray. It's fantastic. It's going to be a great experience for the family.
Cool.
So thank you very much for having us here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Stop now, Flush.